basically by y'all logic, God made Mary pregnant, and Joseph is raising up seed for God. Like God ain't here. I never thought about that till just now. That just popped in my head. So Joseph is raising up seed for God. That's what you're
Uh,
saying. That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
you're
So
saying.
he's the dad who stepped up. That's what you're going
Yeah,
with.
he did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that. So God is abandoning his kids. He's a deadbeat dad. And
Yeah.
Joseph coming and
Maybe
the
he's an
angels coming to.
ISUPK. Oh.
Just hosting it on my channel. I did bet $5 on you, just to let you know, because I think you have a possibility to give Tazarayach that L he's been yearning for a long time. I think you're the perfect fit to beat him up. I'm serious. I'm not even kidding. I'm actually voting for you to win this debate outright. I think for him to say Joseph is the father is outrageous. But go ahead, brother. Vocab, you got it first.
If that's true, why only $5?
Oh man, that's what Tazarayach said.
He's not that confident, bro. But that's all right, man.
I said the same thing, man. I
Hey,
said
it's
the
the same
same.
money I would spend on Lotto. That's the same money I would spend on Lotto when I'm gambling. So I mean, why not? All
Well,
right, you know what? That's a good
if
point.
if you need Garfield, I can help fix your credit.
He's a funny guy.
No,
That's
but
crazy. Yeah.
I'm excited about it. But poor Tazarayach's under the impression I've been running from him. We just haven't come to terms. This is the first time he's agreed to not smash two topics into one debate. So I'm just glad he realizes there's a value in distinctive debates, one topic debates. That's all.
Mm-hmm. All right. Tazarayach, you can't back out. Don't tell me the flight delayed and you can't make it to your spot. There's no excuses. We got him live, family. He can't run from this debate, and I'm gonna call him live tomorrow and make sure everybody know he's available for the debate. He can't run. Go ahead, Tazarayach. You got the
Yeah,
floor.
I'm definitely not running at all. I wouldn't say that I've always wanted two debates. I think one time I wanted one topic rather in a debate, but I'm definitely not running. I think it's going to be a really good debate. I'm looking forward to it. Vocab, when Garfield said he only bet $5 on you, I said the same thing. I said I ain't impressed. I would have had more respect if you did like $50 or $100. Now it's like, okay, you really put $5 like that. That's safe bet. Like I think he gonna win, but just in case, it's only $5.
Listen,
Well,
I got confidence in Vocab. He gonna win.
in all honestly, Cap.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
If you in your head knew someone bested you in debate, would you actually say they got the better of me in the debate?
I don't have that experience of somebody
I
besting me,
knew.
but what I do, no, but what I can say is I would always say like if an opponent was good, if they put pressure, like Pastor Bennett was one. Pastor Bennett was an opponent that we had to be sharp on. Some people I won't mention because they in jail, so I'm not mentioning them.
Hey, people in jail need love too, man.
No, that
Go
particular
ahead.
individual don't need no love.
In jail,
Well,
you might get the wrong kind of love.
the type of love he get, he probably ain't gonna like. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
keep that love to yourself.
But no, I have no problem acknowledging like if an opponent. Sometimes you have an opponents that are not good at all, but if an opponent is good and worthy, you do. Even like our first encounter, I love the first encounter that we had, and so that's why when I talk about this upcoming debate, I don't look at you as like a lightweight. I don't look at you as somebody that I'm gonna just walk in and just mop the floor. I believe you're gonna have some information that I might not have seen before. Even if I've seen it, I haven't seen your perspective. So I've never experienced somebody getting the best of me, but I have experienced people putting pressure and me having to adjust to the pressure.
Well, I think that's a good way to look at it. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but it seems like some of people's experiences on Clubhouse have helped people have more personal understanding of each other, maybe. I don't know if you know what I mean or if you've seen that, but sometimes someone on camera, it may be a certain way, but I've seen on Clubhouse, you come into rooms, people may actually be friendly with someone normally they couldn't have a decent conversation with.
Yeah, Clubhouse has done that. Like Clubhouse, like for me personally, I don't look at anything I've done on Clubhouse as a debate. I look
Right.
at Clubhouse as something where, like you said, because it's such a social audio app, there's a certain level of conformity that you can have where you'll be in a room and you don't want to come in the room and be the angry man in the room. So you're
Right.
gonna come in there and be angry with this person just because y'all have a doctrinal uh, difference. So Clubhouse creates an environment where you end up having conversations, like you said, that you normally wouldn't have, whether it's with an Israelite, whether it's with a Christian, a Muslim, someone of another ethnicity, no matter what it may be. And what I use Clubhouse for is almost to fish, fish concepts, fish people's thought processes. I'm really kind of setting you up if you talk to me on Clubhouse. Now, you and I haven't really had long conversations, but for somebody else, because I know they want to debate me, I'll be like, oh, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And the whole time it allows me to get the angles and positions. So Clubhouse definitely does give an option of people being able to talk. And if I could highlight another app that's young, well, young to
Fan
me anyway,
base.
Fanbase, yeah, Fanbase. Fanbase is another app that a lot of Israelites and Christians and stuff like that have gravitated to. It's a little bit more, has a little bit more functionality in the Clubhouse because you could post. It's almost like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
Yeah, I've
all
seen.
rolled up in one. So it's pretty good. So I agree. Clubhouse does present that side.
So,
I mean,
no, I agree too. So, for a debate, do you have any homework for me?
oh man, I don't have no homework.
Okay.
I just the Bible. That's the only. Just study the Bible.
I thought you
That's
might say that.
the.
If you get a chance, I'm going to give you some homework.
Okay, give me some homework.
The Virgin Birth of Christ by J. Gresham Machen.
Okay.
This book was written in 1930 to combat liberal Protestants who were starting to deny the virgin birth because they denied supernatural acts of God could occur in the world. And the book
Gotcha.
is still powerful, defending on one hand, refuting on the other. In fact, Garfield, you should read this just in case you're still caught up in some of your old ways, thinking the virgin birth is derived from pagan accounts. You need to read this book. It'll help cure your soul of that.
Help cure. He said curious.
Of that untrue notion. One of the book, The Virgin Birth, Doctrine of Deity by Robert Gromacki. This is somewhat newer. Now we're still in the 70s. Those are the two. Now, if you can't get physical copies or find those online, I understand
usually
that.
you can get like PDFs of them.
Yes, and if not, I understand that. But I got one more that I know is on Kindle, simply called The Virgin Birth of Christ: The Rich Meaning of Biblical Truth, Richard Schenck. So if you're able to scan, look at those,
Right.
that'd be helpful. One other thing. Somewhere, either maybe you've got access physically or online, we got to be clear on the definitions of immaculate conception, virgin birth,
Right.
and perpetual virginity of Christ, because there's only one of those three I'm defending.
Right. No, I agree with you there. And that's why I didn't really want the word virgin in the topic, because I don't disagree with the virgin birth. It's really like how you just said, the definition of the word in context. So that's why the title of the debate is Joseph the biological father according to prophecy? Because if you bring up like Isaiah 7:14 or Matthew 1, when it says a virgin shall do this, you would beat me because I'm going to agree with you. A virgin, Mary is a virgin, so that's not the argument. The argument where we have is, did Mary and Joseph have to have intercourse to bring forth Christ? Is that in the prophecy, or is that not in the prophecy? Is it some other kind of way? So I don't think you stand with Immaculate Conception, so I'm not going to bring up that concept, because I think that's where they believe that Mary was also born similar to
Sinless.
Christ. Right,
Yeah,
sinless.
she's sinless.
Right. And so you can't really have that, because you can read scriptures where Christ conquered sin and sinful flesh. So the only way he could be, even if you go with Immaculate Conception, or if you go with the virgin birth, that Mary got pregnant by God, if he had sinful flesh, it would have to come from, air quotes, Mary, by their logic. So
Right.
I know you don't agree with that. So I know there's only one position that you're going to be coming from, is that Joseph didn't have to have intercourse to bring forth Christ. So now what we're looking at is Christ being the spiritual son of David, not the physical son of David. That's what we'd be looking at.
I probably tend to use the term legal, but
Legal or
fine.
spiritual is the same thing.
Well, you can sue people in court for legal matters, but not for spiritual matters.
Well, we talk nah. True that, but we talk about biblical. So
Right.
biblically, it still would be spiritual. It wouldn't be legal. Legal would be like if you had a brother, and let's say if you didn't have kids and God forbid
Levirate
you
marriage
passed,
or
right,
the succession of women in certain
right.
instances,
Yeah,
that may
would
be important
legal.
to consider at some point in the debate.
Right. That would be legal, but Joseph would only be spiritual because there is no son, there is no man that couldn't have a kid that Christ is that Joseph is raising up seed for. Basically, by y'all logic, God made Mary pregnant and Joseph is raising up seed for God. Like, God ain't here. I never thought about that till just now. That just popped in my head. So Joseph is raising up seed for God. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. So he's the dad who stepped up. That's what you're going with.
He did that. Yeah, he did that. So God is abandoning his kids. He's a deadbeat dad. And Joseph coming, and
maybe he's an ISUPK. Oh, sorry, I couldn't help him, man.
No, listen. Like I said, I don't mind. What did I tell you yesterday? We was gonna add ad homs, just not ethnically charged ad homs.
Right.
But I don't mind ad homs, and I'm just glad you threw the first one. So when I throw my ad homs, we can't hear no Cap shouldn't say that, Cap shouldn't do that, because you just said ISUPK was deadbeat dads, and I laughed at him.
Now, in all seriousness, I know you're out there working and all that, so that really is a joke. It's more a joke based upon sort of other people's negative stereotypes, not necessarily.
Well, just so you know, Vocab, I don't have a problem with it. I'm glad you opened that door.
Yeah, I already know.
So now we have it on record. So now if I say something slick, you can't, after the debate, say, and Cap was using ad libs and ad homs. Because you did it first. So for the record, he did it first.
It's all. I mean, for me, look, I already know how these things go. It's just there's different things. For example, if insults take the place of legitimate argument, which to me, in my opinion, is frequently what happens.
Right.
Or if I do think there's such thing as crossing the line, to use a term you may like. Right. And so there's some things, it's like, okay, I know he's jesting and good fun. That might be something.
Right. But I'm not going to do, I don't plan on doing nothing that crosses that line, like you say. Then
there's this other stuff that's a different type of thing. It's like, well, what are we doing now? I don't know if you saw this recently. Matt Dillahunty, atheist experience, Garfield's bigger brother. He was over there debating on this. This happened 2 days ago, I think. A Muslim.
I got like 2 minutes, y'all.
Anyways, he kept on saying, like, stop wanting to F kids. The atheist was telling a Muslim that. And anyways, at one point in the debate, Matt Dillahunty got up from his seat and stood over the Muslim guy and was like, okay, I'll say it to your face. It was wild. They didn't touch each other, but it was crazy.
No, we're not going to go that far. But tongue-in-cheek type of talk is not going to bother me at all. But I do got to go because they're boarding now.
On the format, so the 5 minutes opening and then the first round, 10 minutes each, and then a rebuttal. The 5 minute cross-examination, the idea is you have 5 minutes, I have 5 minutes. It equals 10 minutes total. Is that right?
Yeah, however you want to do it, I'm fine. I love the format. So however
and then we're doing that twice.
Right,
so
we're doing that twice.
You go 5. And during that time, it's supposed to be we only ask only the questioner is supposed to ask questions. The other person's under.
Right. I have to answer. So like when you asking me, I can't ask you a question. I can only answer. So we have to watch our responses because we don't want our responses to sound like a question back. So I have to make sure I'm like that with you and you like that with me.
And then lastly, closing statements, 2.5 minutes. The only thing I'm, I guess, unclear on is how much are we interacting with the audience at the end and stuff like that?
I think there's 5 questions from the audience.
Okay. So debate probably.
But guys, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go because I gotta get on the plane.
Yeah, I don't want you to say you missed your flight and that's why you can't.
Yeah, see, that's why
hurry
I
up, get off.
But I just want for the record, Vocab, the best part of this dialogue is the joke you just played. So now I'm gonna make sure I have that clip so I can joke too. But no, I'm looking for a real good debate, man. Like I said, me and Vocab haven't engaged in a long time. I think this would be a good experience, especially on Garfield's channel. And look for more debates to come. So I see y'all tomorrow, 8 o'clock, live on the Dagger Squad. Shalom and peace.
God bless.
Hey, peace and love, brother.